Hello, my friends. I hope I'm here on the right day. I think it's Tuesday around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So welcome to the Jen Stampin' for Fun Facebook page. I love to hop on every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. I've been doing it for a while now, so if you haven't logged on before or just happened to see this on your feed, you may as well put an alert on your phone because it's always 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook page. So yay, we already have some people. I think Emily and Maureen have hopped on. That's great. So as much as possible, this is where I get consistent and hop on Tuesday afternoons. So it's just a way for us to connect, and it's just a way to share happy stamping. And I didn't realize when I started this a year ago, or whenever I started, I didn't realize how much I would be glad and grateful to have this consistent Facebook Live time, because now when I can't get together in person with my stamping peeps and show stamping with people face to face, this is even more important. So I am so glad for those of you who remembered and are tuning on right now. I see Bev hopped on, and look, I think Andrea's hopping on. Good. So yes, I'm still on Tuesdays, 2 p.m. as much as I can. So how is everyone doing? Hello. Tell me how you guys are doing. It seems like an eternity ago. It was just last week, I think, I did my big Facebook party on my Facebook group. So I took the prizes to the post office today. Those of you that are I'm still in the process of cutting the make and take, so that hasn't quite gone out in the mail yet, but I'm working on it, so I'll get it out when I can. Thank you everyone for your kindness and graciousness as I still try to run my stamping business and change things over to online and packets and things like that. But I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not moving as fast as I used to. I just feel like I'm a little sluggish. You guys might be in the same boat, but hi Lindsay, hi Christine, hi Debbie. Debbie, I just put your prize. I just took it to the post office today. So yeah, no, I'm just a little sluggish, but I'm trying to give myself little deadlines to get things out by, and I knew I had wanted to get some of those prizes from the Facebook party out within a week, so just made it. Today it's been a week since last week's Facebook party. So yeah, thank you Emily for saying that you love these videos, because it's still, like, even after a year of doing it, it still feels weird because I feel kind of like I'm talking to myself. So it helps a lot when you guys comment and do your little icons or likes or whatever, because then it doesn't feel quite like I'm talking to myself. I know I'm talking to you guys, which is as close as we can get right now to actually being together and stamping. So yeah, and Tuesday's a great day because it does break up the week a little bit. Okay, so let's go over a bit of the announcements. So, I was going to get all my little doohickeys. I piled some things next to me here, but I didn't remember everything. But one thing, big day today. Today is the absolute very last day of celebration, March 31st. I was thinking tomorrow is April Fool's Day, right? April 1st is April Fool's Day. But today, this is the last chance if you want to take advantage of the Stampin' Up! Celebration perks. And the best deal of all, of course, is the starter kit. And the starter kit actually opens up a lot of opportunities that you may not know about. Of course, it's a great deal. You get $165 worth of goodies. You pay only $135, no tax, no shipping. You get the cute baby mini paper trimmer, all sorts of things. If you're on my newsletter list, you've seen me promoting this. And so the kit itself is a great deal, but what it actually does is it opens the opportunity for you to enjoy stamping and buying your stamping stuff at a discount. It also opens up the opportunity if you want to use your kind of number, your Stampin' Up! Number, to be able to sell the Stampin' Up! Products, and that's a way to earn money as well. And it also opens up a whole community of creative community and creative friendships and new friends. So yes, this is the absolute last call for that. If you're on my newsletter list, you would have seen my email yesterday reminding you about that. So don't miss out. So the other thing, announcement, which I've said before, is that I'm kind of taking my classes one by one, bit by bit. So the next one that's coming up is my first Monday of the month technique class. So normally we stamp here, but what we're doing for this technique class is I'm going to do it on video conference on Zoom so that you can see the cards I'm making and everything like that. So if you do decide to register, the class fee is $25 or free with an order. So all you have to do is let me know that you want to register. You can either give me an order, or you can give me you transfer the money. If you're a club member, then you have to place the order, because that's how we get the club member perks. And let me give you a sneak peek of one of the cards. I was gonna get that all ready, and I don't have it ready here. Let me grab them. Okay, here we go. Sorry guys, I always think I'm ready and then I'm not ready. Okay, so the technique class on Monday will be all about using strips and scraps of paper and the fun things you can create with it. So the fact that it's completely online means that you can join in from anywhere and just pay the $25 or send me an order of a minimum $30, because I am waiving the shipping charge of the packets. So you'll get the packets with the 3 cards, all the embellishments, the pre-cut pieces, as well as tutorials on how to create the cards. And of course you'll be invited to the video conference Zoom, where you can watch me create the cards live. Okay, so it is now time to register for that, because the class is on Monday and I'm hoping to cut Thursday or Friday. Okay, so if you can let me know, that'd be super. You can just, if you're on my newsletter list, you would have seen the link to register, but you can just comment and message me, whatever. I'm casual. Okay, so here's a little sneak peek of using the strips and the scraps. Ooh, see, it's like a sneak peek. Sorry, I'm being silly. So it's very fun. Here's an example. And then here's another one, another quick little peek of using scraps and strips. So that will be our technique class on Monday. So I hope you guys can register. And then the other class that's coming up to register for is my online bingo. And so I've done that before, even before all this virus. I've done online bingo just to keep people stamping who live a little further from me, or just have trouble getting out of the house, and it's just fun. So I'm pretty experienced running the online bingo stamping night, but the deadline for that is probably the 6th or whatever, because it does take time to kind of get those bingo cards and packets in the mail, and because mail is moving slower. I don't know where you are, if you're noticing that mail is moving slower, but my post office basically said mail is slower because there's less staff working, if people are isolating, right? So there's just kind of a bigger window between when you pay an RSVP to when the event actually is. But the online bingo class will happen on the Monday. And instead of the last Wednesday of the month, which is my Sweet and Simple, it'll be on the last Monday of the month. All you have to do is just register, and then I'll be in contact and collect the payment. And what you get in the mail is you get the make and take packet, you get your bingo card, and then you get a reminder to log in on that time, and you will get an email with the video link, so we all play at the same time. We all stamp at the same time. I have a camera that'll show you how to stamp, and you can stamp along with me, and then we'll play some bingo, and the prizes will be brand new Stampin' Up! Stuff. Yay! So I think we all need a little fun during this time. So that's why I decided to switch my Sweet and Simple class to a online Stampin' Bingo. So we'll still get some stamping, but it just gives me an excuse to give away some prizes and to connect with you guys online. Okay, so hopefully you guys will sign up for that. Oh, and the best thing about the bingo this month in, I guess in April, next month, is that normally the bingo is, Stampin' Bingo is normally $40. But I've cut it to half price just so that more people can participate. I know it's a difficult time, and I just wanted to be able to give something from Stampin' for Fun business, and so I thought a half price Stampin' Bingo would be fun. So it's just $20 to participate this time, which is half price from what it usually is. Okay, so that's the scoop on that. So why don't I turn the camera around, and don't forget guys, I love to read your comments, so we're back, and just comment, and if you're watching and you've never commented before, just say hi, let me know where you're from, and then what I do is kind of take the names and enter them into a drawing for a little prize. Or if you share, you can also be entered into a drawing for a little prize. So, but you have to just let me know, and then next week I'll do a little drawing, and then I can send you some happy mail, whoever the winner is. Okay, so let me turn the camera around. You guys have any questions? I'll turn the camera around, and I thought today, just for fun, we'd do two projects. I am going to do a finish off. Does anyone remember what our product of the month is? Oh, see, I have the card. I pre-cut the paper. I didn't take out the stamp set. So let me, I'll flip the camera over and then I'll go dig out the stamp set. My cupboard has been a gigantic mess lately. Hi, Meredith. Good to see you. Has been a gigantic mess, so hopefully it doesn't take me forever to find the stamp set, but let me flip it around. Yes, Bev has played before. That's right, you were on the last online bingo that I had, Bev. So Bev can attest that it was a fun time, and I would encourage you to sign up for this next online bingo. You're right, Diane. It's the Seriously the Best stamp set. Yes, so let me go find it. In the meantime, I'll show you a few of the cards that I did in the previous weeks, so you can look at them and admire them. And don't forget, today's the last day of celebration, and it's the last day of the month. So if you would like these make and takes cut and prepped for you, as well as today's make and take, so you'll get 4, all you have to do is place an order on my online store, minimum $50, and you'll get all the make and take pieces. It's like a free class in the mail. Okay, let me dig out that stamp set. Hopefully I can find it. Hopefully it hasn't gone missing. Because you know what makes me, okay, I found the stamp set. We don't have to be alarmed now. Okay, here. You want to hear something crazy? So I know when I was doing the Facebook party last week, and I know I was using this gorgeous, floral foil paper. I cannot find it anywhere. I know I had an already open pack, and it's like missing. It's gone. So when I was I had to open a brand new pack. Not that I didn't have a brand new pack, but it was very, very strange. So everything's a little bit backwards here. Okay, so here is, so just a reminder here, these are the cards we did the past Tuesdays in March. They're all using the Seriously the Best stamp set, and this stamp set was designed to go along with this kit, which I believe you can still purchase this cute kit. It even comes with this cute box, and it makes these pretty and cute cards. Okay, so here's a sampling of them. So the stamp set was meant to coordinate with this kit. I may actually get another kit because these cards are actually perfect to send out right now, right? People that you're not able to get together with that you would normally get together with. And it comes with the instructions. But I thought over March I would show how to use this stamp set in other ways. With other products. So we'll just keep on keeping on the last day of March. I heard out in Alberta, who is it that tuned in from Alberta there, that you guys have snow out there. So fortunately, we don't have the snow out here. Okay, so what card shall we make today? I am using some Whisper White Thick. Hi, Heather. Oh, you're up north there in Manitoulin. Okay, so we've got Whisper White Thick. I've cut it at 5.5 and scored it at 4.25. So our Whisper White Thick cardstock is just a little bit different from our regular Whisper White. I know you can't feel it over the camera, but our regular Whisper White has a really nice finish for stamping. It is not like other white paper. This is the paper you need if you are stamping, Whisper White, okay? Now, but it is, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if flimsy is the word. It's just a little less kind of heavy, whereas our Whisper White Thick, it does have like kind of a clearer, like a heavier weight to it. So I like to use our Whisper White Thick for our card bases. And then I just use our Whisper White for regular stamping and for the layers on top. Okay, so this has already been pre-cut at 4 inches by 5.25. Aren't you guys impressed? I did some pre-cutting this time because I wanted to do 2 projects today. So hopefully we'll be able to squeeze in 2 projects. And I'm just putting it into the Pinewood Planks embossing folder, and we'll roll it through on our friend the Big Shot. I always like to use kind of the lines in the folder to help me make sure I've got it straight there. And we'll roll it through. Other good news on the front. I don't know if you guys remember last week on the party, I could not find my glasses, so when I did a little bit of cleaning, I found the glasses. So I've got glasses today, so I can kind of see your comments. Oh, I know. I agree, Judy. I hope this end of this virus comes soon. In our province in Ontario, I think the Premier just announced that school is definitely not coming back until, I think they made it all the way until May the 4th or something like that. I guess they'll reevaluate at that time. So my husband's been busy working up in isolation in the bedroom upstairs because he's a principal of an elementary school. So they're really trying to find a way forward so that they can do some teaching with the kids and help the kids out that way. Hi, Karen. Okay, so I just, do you see that great embossing that did? So that gives us the Pinewood plank layer. So I think we can probably go ahead and glue that down now. Hopefully my snail is here. I don't think I need to put anything behind. If I do, oh well, I'll just rip it off. Okay, there we go. And then let's get my stamp set out, and I'm going to use, I love the font of this stamp set. I'm going to use the Hello Friend, and we'll grab a block here, and I'll stamp that on some Whisper White. Da-da-da. And I'm going to use our Blackberry Bliss. Let's see whether I've got some, do I have some Whisper White cardstock here? Okay, let's see if we can do that. I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss ink pad. And for those of you just tuning in, or if you've never seen me stamp before, I love using Stampin' Up! Products. The quality is fantastic. And look at how crisp and clean the image is. Okay, so I'm going to punch it out with our largest circle punch, which is the 2 1/4 circle punch. And we'll just pop that out. Okay, so already, so that's the thing. Even though this stamp set was meant to use with this kit and these pretty spring colors, there's no reason why you can't use other ink colors and kind of get a different look there. I'm actually I already pre-cut this piece, but this is a piece of Designer Series paper from the Poppy designer series paper there. I'm using this polka dot side, and let's dress it up. We can't help but use a little bit of embellishments because it's like candy when you use embellishments. It just makes everything sweeter and happier, and it's just better. But of course, if you don't have any embellishments yet, that's okay. It's still good to just stamp and play. And I've already pre-cut this out with one of our Stitch So Sweetly dies. It's got a really nice stitching and scalloped edge on it. I'll post this project on my blog later so that you guys will have the, usually on my blog I put a supply list so then you guys can see exactly which supplies I'm using. Okay, that's a little bit crooked. There, let's see if we can straighten that up a bit. Okay, and then we'll put this on top. I had a scary moment this week. I ran out of Stampin' Dimensionals, so I had to dig into my paper pumpkin boxes, and I found these mini stamping dimensionals, so I've been using them. But whoa, that's scarier than running out of toilet paper when you run out of Stampin' Dimensionals. But fortunately, I just opened up an order and I found 5 packs. So I must have known at some point that I was running low and kind of stocked up. But whoa, that was scary. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to pop this right on here. We can use Stampin' Dimensionals or we can snail it down. So this is a sweet and simple card. Very timely because it just has a simple sentiment. Hello, friend, which is, of course, what we want to be doing right now. Oh, it's okay, Lindsay. I opened up one of the boxes of orders that was sitting in the corner of my craft cave, and I found 5 packs of dimensionals. So fortunately, I was saved. But can you imagine not having any dimensionals? That's whoa, scary. Okay. It's like running out of paper or something, like running out of Whisper White also would be very scary. Okay, so I just tied a little knot there. And then I think it's fun to put a little bit of something in the corner. So I'm just using a bit of Blackberry Bliss. And this is the small bloom punch. I think it might be carrying over to later. Can you see that shape there? But you'd have to buy it later. If you want it free, today's the last day. You just place a minimum 120 order. You can message me or head straight to my online store. If you do it on my online store, then you'll be able to get the Make and Take supplies for free too. But see, you can have this cute little bloom. And I'm just going to use my fingernails and just curl it a little bit. And we can just pop that in the corner. Right? Yeah, it's like running out of snail refill. There's things that are kind of scary. Okay, if you guys aren't avid stampers, you don't know what I'm talking about, but some of you clearly understand what I'm talking about, so you are with me. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm like, where's the glue dots? Okay, so I can obviously take this part all off. I've been doing a lot of crafting, obviously, with glue dots. And then we'll pop this on here. So that just puts a tiny bit of glue at the back. We'll stick that on. Put that in the corner. I have the petals kind of raised up a little bit. And then we'll put another jewel, right? It's like candy. Put another jewel. Let's see if I can get this little pearl right on there. Okay, so that's a sweet and simple, easy card to make. If you don't have a die cutting or embossing tool, you don't have to use the Pinewood Planks layer. You could just kind of cut out a little rectangle with some pretty paper, stamp a nice little sentiment, punch it out with our 2 1/4 inch circle punch, which is my favorite 2 1/4 inch circle punch. It just punches out so much. And just a little doodad right there. Okay, so that is kind of the end to our little series, which has been showcasing the Seriously the Best stamp set. which is the product of the month for March. So you're for sure going to want to tune in next week because we'll be in April, and you're going to want to see what product of the month I am showing next week. Dun, 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 dun. It's like a mystery. Okay. Okay, so if you would like this class in the mail completely free, I will cut all the pieces for you. All you have to do is place a minimum $50 order on my online store today, because it's a March online ordering special, and today's the last day of March. Genevieve.stampinup.net. I'm glad you guys like the card. Okay, so that's how you get these cards in the mail. Some of you already participated in the Facebook party and ordered last week, so you will also get those cards as well. Okay, let's move on to the next project, because I thought, given the times, there's nothing wrong with doing a little extra Stampin' Inspiration today. So just changing gears. Oh my gosh, I feel like my brain is like going mushy. We're going to change gears. I'm going to use a different product suite now. I'm going to clean this up a bit, because I can already see if I don't put a few things away, I am going to lose them. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Okay, so let's use a different suite today. We are going to use I'm going to use this stamp set, the Timeless Tropical. The reason why is because in the Craft Cave here, I am getting ready for my retreat weekend, which was supposed to be April the 17th. But we're not going to get together live. We are going to do it all online in a box. But part of the special things of my retreat weekend is little special treats and gifts. So I thought for fun I would just show you one of the projects, one of the pillow gifts that'll be in the retreat in the box for the girls that registered. Okay, so so we're going to use this stamp set and this gorgeous paper. It's all from the same suite. Because I thought, well, I had already decided before I was going to use this for my retreat, because it's like an escapism. It's like you can imagine you're just on vacation in a very tropical, wonderful place, okay? And then, yes, I'm glad you're excited, Debbie. I'm excited too. And to answer Jennifer's question, I don't know. The retreat in a box, the registration is closed already. So I just have to kind of count my numbers and see whether I had managed to cut kind of one extra if you are interested. But I wouldn't hold my breath, because I usually cut based on who's registered and paid from the deadline. The deadline was a little while ago. But I know it's a hard time. I'm sure many people would want the box now, but things have been in production for quite a while. Because my retreat in a box normally gets 7 pillow gifts and 3 make and takes, and you get the video instructions or whatever for the different projects. Anyway, okay, enough about that. I just wanted to show you this project. Let me show you the paper. I've been using this paper. What's it called? Tropical Oasis, I think. Yep, Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper. So here's a little bit of a sampling of the gorgeous paper in this Designer Series paper pack. It is double-sided. It's just colorful, and it makes you feel like you're escaping to the tropics, and that's kind of what we need right now, a little vacation. So it's meant to be a vacation in a box. Okay, so what I am making, I'm not actually making a card, Debbie, but I hope you'll still like what I make. I'm using this design, but you could, it doesn't matter. All the paper is gorgeous, so it doesn't really matter. And I cut it at 6 inches. Okay, so it's 6 inches here and 12 inches here. Okay, so the paper is already 12 by 12, so I basically just sliced it in half. And I'm going to use our paper trimmer that has a scoring tool on it already. I know I say this every week on Tuesday when I use my paper trimmer. If you do not have a good paper trimmer, please buy this one. It's lovely. It's very good, and it is smooth. It cuts really smooth, and it's wonderful that it has a scoring tool. it has an arm that extends, which I am going to extend the arm for this project. Okay, so let me just make sure I've got the measurements straight here. We're going to score it at the 2-inch mark, okay? Because this paper has an up and down, that's why I kind of keep looking at it to make sure I'm doing it the right way. So we're going to go 2 inches. So I'm just putting it on the trimmer, lining it up with the 2-inch measurement here, and I'm going to score. So those of you who are getting my Retreat in a Box, you're already getting a sneak peek of one of the little treats inside, but don't worry, I won't show you everything. Okay, so I did a score line here, and then I'm going to like kind of turn it 90 degrees, and I am going to do the score line. Let me make sure I've got it straight. 2 1/4, 2 1/4, and make sure you use the light gray one, not the dark gray one. You don't want to cut, you just want to score. 2 1/4, 5 3/4. So I'm just moving it down to 5 3/4, 8 inches. There we go. And 11 1/2 inches. There we go. Okay, so that's where I'm scoring it. Can you see, I don't know if you can see the score line. Sometimes it helps if you kind of fold it on the score lines. You can kind of see the score lines a bit better. Okay, so that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of folding on the score lines. Okay, maybe you can see it better on this side. Okay, so we will snip. This is really the bottom of the box here. And I'm just using my paper snips and snipping up to the score line. Okay. And it's totally up to you which side you want to do. I myself am going to keep the brown pattern on the outside of the box. And I'm going to have like the palm trees on the inside of the box, because that makes it exciting. Okay, so, and I'm going to use our Tear and Tape adhesive and put a bit on here. So this is a take on just a regular box, but there was a little twist on this one, so I just thought I would show you guys how I made it. Okay, and then what you got to do is, oh, did you guys see I cut this piece off? Sorry, I don't know if I talked about that. I sliced all these. I didn't cut them off. I just sliced them. And right here, I cut this piece right off. Okay, and then what I'm doing here is I'm lining it up so that I can kind of, you know, make it a box. Okay, so you do have to push a bit, and then we'll close the bottom of the box. But do you see how it's kind of fun? That's why I had to kind of think about the pattern, because I didn't really want it to be upside down if I could help it. So you can kind of see at least the patterns going the correct way on the inside. And sometimes it's almost like lining the inside of an envelope, right? Or lining the envelope flap. Is that what it is? So it looks kind of plain on the outside and the party's on the inside. So that's kind of fun. Yes, this would be similar to something you would make using the gift box punch board. We used to sell a gift box punch board. So yes, this is the kind of shape that you would get out of the gift box punch board. Okay. Okay, so it's just like a little container, and if you want, you can just kind of pinch it. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's kind of the base of where you'd put your little treat or whatever. So I just kind of pinched it here. Okay, and then, but we need to decorate it. It looks too plain like that. So I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to cut it at 1.5 inches. See, I'm using my scraps here. This was from that mini curvy keepsake box. Okay, and then 1.5 by 4 inches. Okay, and then I'll use our triple banner punch. So this has actually different sizes, 2 inch, 1.5, 1 inch. So I did it at 1.5, so it'll fit right in between here. Push it all the way through, and it makes a little cute little banner. And it's always straight, it's always happy. Okay, so that's what this punch is for. It's a great addition to the supplies you might already have. And then I'm going to stamp just a little thank you on the bottom. So this comes from the Timeless Tropical stamp set. Even the font looks pretty relaxed and laid back, like you're on vacation. So let me use the Early Espresso ink. And just a reminder that with our inks, you don't have to push too hard. It's just a light tap, tap. And then you just go straight down and straight up. And you get that clean, crisp image. Okay. Okay, and then let's move this out of the way. I'm going to finish up kind of decorating the little banner with stamping a little pineapple. So why don't I stamp a little pineapple here? This is just a scrap Whisper White. And again, I'll use our Early Espresso. And we'll use the pineapple image. So did you know the pineapple is known as an image to be like hospitable and welcoming? So it's also sweet. If you get a good pineapple. If you don't get a good one, it's kind of sour. Okay, so let's punch that out. Do I have the punch for that? Oh, I didn't lose it. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Come to me. Where did I put you? Are you under this pile of stuff? Oh. Where are you? I'm looking for the 1.5 inch circle punch. Did I put it back on my shelf by accident? 1.5 inch? No. Okay, it must be on my table. I'm blind. Okay, let's move this paper here. And then I'm going to mat it with the real red. Da-da-da. Okay, not this. Not this. Okay, we will not use the 1.5 inch circle punch, which is probably right in front of my face, and I just can't see it. Grr. Okay, so where is everything? Hello, circle dies? Where did my circle dies go? Everything has gone missing for this card. Let's see. Come to me. Oh, I found the circle dies. Still no luck in the 1/2 inch circle punch, 1.5 inch circle punch. So I guess we'll just cut it out with a die. Okay, we can do that. We can be flexible. Let's see, does this cut out our pineapple? Let's try it. I know I do like pineapples a lot. I met someone who was allergic to pineapple. Then I felt sorry for them. It's sad. They can't help it though. Okay, so let's roll these out. I had a punch, which I keep looking for. As soon as I get off this Facebook Live, I'm sure the punch will show up. But in the meantime, we will use our die cutting machine and we'll cut this baby out. I haven't even done my favorite part about this card yet. I mean, it's not even a card. My favorite part with this treat box. Okay, so we'll pop that here. Let's see if we can... So barbaric. Did you see that? I just ripped the paper. I just tore it instead of cutting it with a trimmer. So barbaric. Okay, let's roll this out. No, we can't. We're missing a layer. So when you're rolling it, you're actually looking to feel the friction because it's the tension, and it was missing this little thin die adapter. I have done so much die cutting that I can just feel when something's off. Do you ever have that? It just takes a second and you know something's not right. Okay. I know, right, Debbie? I'm telling you, it was literally here. Oh, I found it. I found it. It's behind my lamp. Right after I rolled it out on my Big Shot, I found my 1.5-inch circle punch. So my paper, though, that I did on last week's Facebook Live, the fancy foil, flowering foil, whatever paper, that still hasn't turned up. I had to open a brand new pack. And I know the last time I used it was I'm pretty sure it was on last week's Facebook Live when I was doing that card. Remember coloring it with the Flirty Flamingo? It's so weird that it disappeared. Okay. I'll probably find it 2 years from now or something. Okay. So let's do that. Put that on. And use my little paper pumpkin dimensionals here. Because they're so small, I feel like I need to use 2. Normally I would just use 1. But we have to improvise in hard times. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then let's put it on our little box here. I think the snail would be enough on here. Okay, so it's just like a little container, but I think we can kind of create a little topper for it. So I saw somebody else do this, and they gave me some measurements, but I made a couple of changes. So let's use, because our paper is so, like it coordinates with each other, so I thought this would be a fun little topper. So I can't remember the measurement now. I think it's 4 inches by 2 inches. So let's cut this at 2 inches. Okay, and I think this is already 4 inches. Yep. And then we're going to score it in the middle at 1 inch here. Okay. So there's like a little score line so that you can kind of fold, and it's going to be our little topper. Okay, so I would put something inside, maybe a little tea bag, maybe a little chocolate or something to go inside. And then I'm going to use a stapler. So this, you can use any kind of stapler. I still have our old Stampin' Up! Stapler. And I'll just staple. Now you got to staple it pretty close to the edge here. You can't do it way inside. I might have already done it too far in. But it kind of creates, see how it kind of creates a little lid? There. There, isn't that cute? Okay. There, and you can even, I think I could put like a piece of twine around it or something. Oh, here I have a finished one. Okay, see, so this is also this jute ribbon is from the same suite. Okay, isn't that fun? Doesn't it make you feel like, oh, a little gift inside? And then this little topper just kind of comes off and you can peek inside. And you've got that beautiful design on the inside. So the great thing about the paper is you get to see both sides of it. Okay, so this is our little topper lid. Anyway, that's how you make it. Okay, I hope you guys like that. Oh, Diane, you're on. So you already got a sneak peek of one of the little gifts that'll be in your retreat in a box. Okay, so yeah, the original instructions that I kind of saw, sorry, I can't remember who I saw this from. I think Jennifer, I can't remember her last name, begins with an H. She had said to kind of glue it on the sides, but no matter how hard I tried it, the glue did not stay. Like, it always kept popping open. So I just thought it would be better to use the staples, and I think it doesn't really take away from the project. It is kind of fun to actually see the hardware of the staple on the side. Okay, so hopefully you guys like that. Okay, and yeah, make sure if you aren't already, make sure you're on my newsletter list. Just let me know if you want to be added to my newsletter list. That way I do communicate a lot by the email news, because that's where I send out just reminders for upcoming classes. And yes, I know we can't get together in person right now, but we can still craft together online, we can still enjoy the art of crafting and stamping. And in fact, it is so therapeutic to be able to make something like this. It just, oh, you want to see what else I've made? Okay. I don't know. Oh, you guys saw already. I mean, those of you that joined in last week's Facebook party, right? I mean, tell me it didn't make me, like, it made me so happy to be able to make that. So it's good for the mental health. We just have to keep calm and stamp on, my friends. And you know where to find me if you need any extra supplies. Just head to my online store or just message me and let me know. I'm so happy to be able to continue to stamp with you at this time. And we're just going to hang tight until we can get together in person. And I know some of you don't live as nearby, so then this way we're still sharing stamping with one another. Okay, so let me flip the camera around. I'll say a proper goodbye. And thanks so much, guys, for letting me know that thanks for letting me know that you're enjoying the videos, because I'm really not any sort of technological guru at all, so it always feels a bit funny when I'm setting up my camera, or funny talking to myself. But thank you so much, Debbie, for saying you're enjoying the online crafting, because at least we're together, and it gives me something to enjoy each day and look forward to and share with you guys what else has been happening in the Craft Cave. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week so that you can see what the new product of the month for April is going to be. Bye!